Deleting unwanted versions. Now that we know how to install multiple versions of Audacity on one computer, we'll probably want to delete one or more of those versions at some point. We'll talk about how to do that and the things to keep in mind in this edition of Stuart's Audacity Tips. Deleting things from a computer can be a nerve-wracking experience and definitely not something to do if you're not sure what's going to happen. It's a good time to be in the company of someone who knows, like you, now that you can pass this information along. Go for it. Deleting an unwanted version of Audacity is simple on both Mac and Windows. We'll get to that in a minute. The more important consideration, though, is how deleting that version might affect your workflow. We'll talk about that too, and that's the part you really want to know. The mechanics. When deleting an unwanted version of Audacity in Windows, when you have two or more versions installed, don't use the uninstall feature in Windows. Just go to the Program Files folder and delete the folder that contains the version you want to delete. For example, if you want to delete version 3.2.1 and you've installed it using my minimal risk installation method, you would delete the folder named /program files /Audacity 321. Note, if you have an older 32-bit version of Audacity, it would be found under the Program Files open parent x86 close parent folder instead of Program Files. On a Mac, you just go to the Applications folder, find Audacity 3.2.1 for the example above, and delete that. Plain and simple. Now that I've shown you just enough to be dangerous, that's trademarked by the way, let's look at the important stuff. The important stuff. We have the power to delete any installed version of Audacity, but let's step back for a second and take a look at the potential impact of doing so. First, it's important to determine which version of Audacity is the current default version. The easy way to do that is to double-click on a file that's associated with Audacity. That is, it causes Audacity to open when you double-click on it. Either an Audacity project file, .aup or .aup3, or an MP3 or other audio file if you have those configured to open Audacity. Once Audacity opens, check on the Audacity menu under About Audacity on a Mac, or on the Help menu under About Audacity on Windows to find the version number. This is the current default version. If you delete the current default version, Audacity will no longer open automatically when you double-click on a related file. But this is also easy to fix. In Windows, right-click on the file that you normally have associated with Audacity, for example, .aup, .aup3, .mp3, .wav, whatever. At the bottom of the list of suggested programs, select Choose Another App. In the list that comes up next, go to the bottom and click on Choose an App on your PC. Windows will open a file selection dialog box. Go to the folder in Program Files where the desired version of Audacity is located and click on Audacity with a type column that says Executable. Then click OK. Back at the Select an App to open this dialog, click on the Always button at the bottom. Now when you double-click on a file with the extension of the file you originally right-clicked, it will open in the version of Audacity you just selected. Note, you'll need to repeat this procedure for all the file types you want to automatically open in Audacity, .mp3, .wav, etc. On a Mac, the process to associate certain files with a version of Audacity is similar. Start by right-clicking or control-clicking on the file, Audacity project.mp3, etc. On the context menu, click on Get Info. In the Open With section of the Get Info menu, click on the Applications drop list to see a list of applications. Click on the Audacity version you want to be the default, then click on Change All. Finally, click on Continue to verify your selection. And that's it. As with Windows, you'll need to do this for each file type you want to open automatically. I wanted to finish this little mini-series on Audacity versions with a related and equally important topic: how to back up your Audacity assets. This includes preferences, macros, keyboard layouts, and plugin settings. We'll explore that next in the 100th installment of Stuart's Audacity Tips. Hope this helps. I'm Stuart.